Hello, everyone, in your various home. Today being a Friday, we are bringing you Boxing Arena on Max Television. My name is Nani Alfiti Anderson. Today is Theater. Then it means that Ghana is mourning that Black Wednesday, 5th of August. We heard a bad news that involving 8 individuals in a helicopter crash where it was some devastating news that Ghana mourns these victims of the Ghana Armed Forces helicopter crash. There we have Dr. Edward Omane Buama, who was the Minister for Defense for Ghana. We have Alhaji Dr. Ibrahim Murtala Mohammed, the Minister for Environment. Dr. Samuel Sapon, Vice Chairman for MDC. Alhaji Muniru Mohammed was the Acting Deputy National Secretary Coordination, and we have Mr. Samuel Abuaje, who was a former parliamentary candidate, and we also have Squadron Leader Peter Bafemi Anala, Flying Officer Chum Ampedu, and Sergeant Ernest Ado. Ghana mourns these fallen heroes. I have with me here Derek Mia Sayankra and Bernard. When you look at us on set, it tells you that today we've changed our track, and it tells you how deeply we are mourning these fallen heroes. And I'll ask my gentlemen on that fateful Wednesday where they were and they heard that bad news. Let me start with Bernard. Bernard in the Ghana Armed Forces. I would like to start with him so that he can also tell us, Bernardo, where were you when you heard this bad news?
Anyway, good morning to you and good morning to our chairs US who always stay glued to their seats to help us contribute to the development of boxing. For the Wednesday, I was off duty.
Okay.
So I was sitting with my friends around the supermarket area and playing drafts and the cards.
Okay.
When a friend came and said, Charlie, I've heard that one helicopter has got missing. The Armed Forces helicopter. So what are you saying? A helicopter will get missing for what? And then he came back again and said, he said about 6 people have lost their lives.
Wow.
Including the defense minister. So what? Then let me call my office and find out. Because my office is the mouthpiece of the Ghana Armed Forces.
Okay.
The Department of Public Relations.
Okay.
And so I called. When I called, then they gave me the news. Very devastating news. These people are full of life. Wake up early in the morning. I mean, talk to people that they need to talk to. Very wealthy people that are going to fight for our dear nation Ghana against Galamsey that is destroying the lives of people, that is destroying the very heart of people. These are the people who have given themselves out that we are going to support and make sure that Ghana becomes a very safe place for all of us to live in. You look at these government officials, very great people, wonderful people. The defense minister himself, a very kind man, a very outspoken person who understands the nitty-gritties of the military. He just came within 6 months, but was able to search for the faults and everything that he needs to do to make sure that the Ghana Armed Forces move forward. This flying officer, the squadron leader, a very gentleman, a man who understands the job. The flying officer, a very gentleman as well. And then the sergeant, who just had his wedding 2 weeks ago, has not even finished sending the congratulating message to his friends. And these things happen. I understand the flying officer or the squadron leader has a child who is just 2 months old. This is a story that we will never forget. The Ghana Armed Forces. My condolences goes to the government of Ghana, the Ghana Armed Forces, the families of these gallant men who want to save us. And I think that it is also a learning process for all of us. We look at the remains, the mortal remains of these people when they are bringing them. You cannot identify this is the defense minister, this is the minister for environment, this is the squadron leader. This tells us that we are one and we need to learn out of this. And that is devastating, very, very
devastating, very emotional. And you heard from Bernard, as he said that where he's from is the mouthpiece of the Ghana Armed Forces. And when he heard the news, it was very difficult to take. Now let me come to Derek Nyasayankra, who is in the public relations for GBA. And let me also ask him, this government officials, and though you're doing boxing arena, the boxing fraternity also joins Ghana to mourn these fallen heroes. Derek Nyasayankra, on that Black Wednesday, where did you hear the news, and where were you when you heard this bad news?
Good morning, my brother, and special good morning to our cherished viewers. Exam, I will say, if you go on my Facebook, I've written that man is nothing. So, to the boxing family, when you think that you are who you are, and people will say, maybe never. We have done boxing for this thing. What I want to say is that we are nothing. So you must humble ourselves. These are great people, and in fact, I don't want to pick this one, but we have great stories to tell about all of them. And it's so saddening that, in fact, it will surprise you to know that in the morning when somebody's flight is missing, it's not on the radar and all that, in fact, I was busy moving around until after 12. I went to buy some fried fish somewhere. And the nurse was telling the fella that, helicopter some helicopter to it. One helicopter is missing, they can't find. So I became alarmed. And then, today you're full. So then I went in and on some of my group platform, Accra old students, and then I saw the message. So then I saw what I was doing, and so let me run to the TV station because I believe that's such news. And then that is where almost all the stations were reporting. At that time, there was continuous, so it was one rumor or the other until we were told that the chief of staff was coming to address. In fact, I was watching when they were preparing for the chief of staff to come and address. But initially, we had the president, and then I saw the demeanor of the communication information minister. And when I look at him, I could clearly see that something was not okay. From there, I suspected that there was a tragedy. So you know what? I didn't listen to the address. And then, because I'm a very soft person, and if I had listened, looking at the demeanor of the chief of staff, I believe that this is somebody who will ask whether I'm related to any of them. You don't need to be related to. What were these people going to do? We leave our homes, going out to work like they were doing on that day. They left home, and in fact, I know one of them, a sister's friend, so they understand that the driver dropped in. When the issue happened, they called the driver because the wife was not around. The driver was like, I sent him to the office, and I knew they were traveling. So he was picked from home, dropped in the office to do his, normal work. I think his normal work, and then what is more painful is that, and then Bernard said, you cannot identify them. Let's die, but then, but it's too painful. I mean, we saw former president Atamis died on a particular day, but then we could see that this is our former president. But these are guys that, as of now, will not be able to identify. So really painful. And I would say condolences to the family and whoever matters, because you see, these guys are national, they are national in character. They are not people who just go take their salary and come home.
Yeah.
A lot of people benefit from the work that they do. Yeah. So my condolences not just to their family and to government, but whoever is connected to them and benefit one way or the other. It's so painful. It's so sad.
It's so painful. And our condolences to the family of these lost souls and those that matter. It's very painful. And Ghana still mourns these fallen heroes. Right, let's go to the next activity. In case you just seen on Max TV, this is Boxing Arena on Max Television. My name is Nane Altechi Anderson, coupled with Derek Nyasayankra and Bernardo. Now let's get into boxing business. Today, what we have for you, we are going to look at fouls in boxing. And maybe you might be thinking, what are some of the fouls? And even what are the referee's judgments on certain fouls in boxing game? There are some fouls that when the boxer takes a knee, you are not supposed to hit the boxer. Maybe a lot of people don't know when a boxer takes a knee, they still go on the boxer to give their opponent some points. We have some videos of that, and even have some rules that are governing those kind of fouls there, where a boxer will be knelt down and still there will be a boxer pointing that opponent, and that is a foul if you don't know. So we have a video of that where you see that a boxer will be punching his opponent, where the opponent will take a knee, but you know that like what we are watching here, the boxer takes a knee, but his opponent still punches him there, and this one is a sparring game going on. The boxer takes a knee, and he follows it up with a backhand punch. And here we go with this one too. You see a boxer taking the knee, and he's still delivering those punches on that particular boxer. So, I mean, Bernard, let me start with you. This is fouls in boxing.
Yeah.
And maybe someone don't know that when a boxer takes a knee, he full stop punching. Yeah. And that's what we have here, and that is why we are using this platform and initiative to teach those who are in the boxing game that there are certain fouls when a boxer takes the knee, they are not supposed to continue with the punches. Bernardo.
Yeah, anyway, in every game there are some rules that needs to be obeyed, and that rules govern the boxing or the sports or whatever you are doing. And boxing is not an exception. There are also rules that govern it. And when you go contrary to that rules, it becomes what we call fouls. And kneeling in the boxing is also part of a communication that tells the opponent or the referee that you are giving up or there's a mistake somewhere. So in this instance, when you are pointing a boxer and you realize that you have received a very serious point and has gone on his knee, you need to stop. You need to stop. And then when you continue, it becomes a foul. And rather, you will become an accuser. Rather, your point will be deducted. In some instances, you can disqualify, depending on the degree of the foul or the incident, how it happens. So when the boxer takes a knee, then you need to stop. Because he wants to communicate with the referee or to you yourself that I cannot continue anymore. In some instances, the boxer goes back and takes a knee and raises his hand. All right. In an instance where the boxer cannot go back, but due to the series of combo punches that he receives, he may go down right here in front of you. And you need to leave it.
Okay.
But then he goes down and they continue punching. And he cannot survive. Then the referee or the judges will take their decision. And the decision could even be that you have been disqualified.
All right, Bernardo, hold on. Let me take in Derek. Derek, I think in instances that someone takes the knee, gets points there, and the person gets badly injured, like what we see on the screen there, some even gets, a very deep cut out of a foul punch from his opponent. Derek, share us some experiences.
Good. Thank you very much. I think that Bernard has done deep justice to the topic.
Okay.
Two things he said that we need to look at, where the boxer identifies something and draws back, goes on his knee, raises the hand to call the attention of the referee.
Okay.
And then where there were series of punches that, based on that, the boxer realized that there are two. But then in both circumstances, the boxer who is in control, let me call boxer A, boxer B is the one that, so boxer A is supposed to automatically stop punching. You understand? So, when he punches, there are two types of punches, or fouls, sorry. There are two types of fouls in boxing. You have the intentional ones, and then the unintentional ones. So this one clearly falls within intentional foul. That is when the boxer B or the one suffering goes down, and then you continue to punch whilst he's down. It is an intentional foul. So the intentional foul too falls within, when you are looking at the boxing rules from the commission, Rule 12 talks about the injuries sustained through fouls, and the 8th part is the intentional foul. So under that intentional foul, you have three rules that can be likened or comes up when such an activity or such a foul occurs. So an intentional foul. The first one is where that foul causes an injury, and the injury is severe enough to terminate the bout. So when the boxer B goes down and you point, so you talk about cut. The person got a severe cut and could not continue, or better you hit the point that he became unconscious and cannot continue. Straight away, the bout comes to an end, and that is where, although you were leading on the card, although you were seemingly have knocked down the opponent, the results will go against you and you will be disqualified.
All right. So interesting things we are talking about here on Boxing Arena. Today we decided to do some fouls in the boxing game. That is what we are discussing. And I have a video that I want my two gentlemen to also watch. So they could also tell us who crossed the line. There's a video between Canelo Alvarez and Ghanaian Golovin. And they were fighting, and something happened. There is a video that I want my two gentlemen to watch, pay attention closely, and so that they can know which one of them crossed the line. There were two boxers that were fighting, and which one crossed the line. You see that one had to just do something to his opponent, and the other also did something to his opponent where he had the referee stopping them. But we have the video. Let's watch closely, pay attention, then we will see who crossed the line. From Canelo and Ghanaian Golovin, And the question is, which of them crossed the line? Was it the locking of head and the back punch from Canelo, or was it after the break where Gennady Golovkin also had that one on Canelo Alvarez as there? So Bernardo, let me start with you. I can see you smiling there. You want to know which one of them crossed the line? Was it Canelo or was it Gennady Golovkin? And look at what Canelo did here. And when the referee break them, then Gennady Golovkin also tried to reach out on Canelo there. Bernardo.
Well, clearly you can see that boxing itself, it is not a sport that we need to worry about or litigate it. I mean, it is something that is fun, something that we all understand, and we should also study the rudiments of the game. What it did, you could see clearly that everything or the fouls is coming from Canelo. But he did it in the lighter note. It's something that is jovial. You know, when he even scores or he locks in and then turns with that foul. Even you can't point at the back of that. Yes. It is a foul. It's a foul. Locking the person to is also a foul. But Triple G thought that, the man did it in the lighter note. It is not intentional, just a jovial way. So he also took it and the response to the joke. Yes, you could see that all of them are not serious. They've not found their face. They've not taken it so hard in a certain way. They just took it cool. And that is why the referee also used his discretion and said, let it go. Otherwise, the referee could have also cautioned Canelo for what he did. It's clearly a foul.
Would you say that Canelo did that on the blind side of the referee? So the referee didn't see what Canelo did?
Exactly. He did it. But then the referee turns and came back to the back. Saw it. The referee saw it. But then when he breaks them, he realized that Triple G was laughing, giving a smiling face, and then giving Canelo a hand or something. Telling him that this is nothing. Let's continue.
So who would you say crossed the line?
That is Canelo.
Derek, let me come to you. You've watched the video, and Bernard is saying Canelo, but who do you think crossed the line? Was it Canelo's foul or the punch after the break from Gennady Golovkin?
So clearly he did justice to the issue. The issue was not too much of whether there was a foul or not. Because the circumstances did not, it was not a serious punch or a serious activity that could cause a foul. And like you stated, the referee knows that in the game. In fact, when boxing, when they are going to start, and you see the boxers raise their hand, one comes and take the hand. So something like let's start. In fact, we see boxers where they lock.
Some of them don't hit their hand. Some of them, when you stretch their hand, they don't hit them. They hit your tongue, but that's the foul. So that one is a foul.
And we got it an introduction. So no, it may not even be a foul. It might be your smartness because the bell is gone. So come and fight. So if I come and hit me, we started.
No, what I'm talking about
is smart. What I'm
talking about is when the referee calls at the three boxer and they're doing like he's telling you if you don't hit from here is below. You see, after that he tells you
that blows. Because that time the game has not started. You might recall.
No one is a foul.
No, I was talking about when the
so in some instances the referee can call you back and make sure that
you do the right because I was just saying that
you need to agree.
Yes,
some people are so.
No, boxing you must greet each other.
It's a cut grace, but some they intentionally hit hard.
Down there.
We'll go and come.
Whether you can do the job. Otherwise, it's very easy. I was just saying that to indicate that there is a fun part of boxing, like you stated. It's not all that serious. So when you look at what he did, in fact, locking. Yes, it passed some time, but you must not lock in a certain way. You understand? Because boxers will come and one will lock the other. But that point behind was an illegal point, but it was not too serious. And then, if you also look at the point that Golovkin it was just a soft one, not a one. He didn't mean it too much. You understand? But clearly, if there was a foul, if there was a foul, and the lock is even made to go, the back hit was a wrong
move from
so yes, it was from Canelo.
Yes, it was from Canelo, as you heard from Bernardo and Derek as there. So that is what we can end with the fouls in boxing again. You're still watching Boxing Arena on Max Television. You can find Max Television in Darkman Junction. We are inside the Techno building. And my name is Nania T. Anderson. You're getting into the second side of the Boxing Arena. So where we are going to look at what is happening to our Ghanaian boxers, and we have the current rankings of some selected Ghanaian boxers who are making waves in the African terrain. First, let's start with Faisal Abubakari. Faisal Abubakari is in the super lightweight division there, and currently, if you want to know who ranks first in the super lightweight division for Africa, then the name Faisal Abubakari, aka Poncho Power, is ranked first in the super lightweight division for Africa, and others also call him Agba. And well, he has a lot of nicknames there, but if you're looking at the super lightweight division for Africa, the name is Faisal Abubakari. Bernard, this is what we have here. Faisal Abubakar ranks first in the super lightweight for Africa.
Well, he is currently the Satawali of boxing in Ghana.
Wow.
And he pulls crowd more than all the boxers that are in Ghana here. I'm telling you.
Wow.
The Zongo champion, when he's fighting, you could see a lot of crowd. And this is the man that we call Agba. A very good boxer. I can say that it is long overdue. And we only need the Joshuas that can send us to the promised land. We don't need the Moses anymore. They've taken us to certain places. We need the Joshuas like the Queensberry, we need the Matthews, we need the Edian, we need
Alantes.
You see, these are the people that we need, they're good promoters.
Golden Boy.
The Golden Boy promotion.
Okay.
Matthews promotion.
Okay.
We need Queensberry, those that can take us to Saudi Arabia, those that can take us to the United States of America, where we can meet these people, those that, the half of boxing, where we say these are the good people. But we are in Africa here and we are fighting among ourselves, and we are not getting the rank. How can we get there? So it's a good thing coming. It's a good thing for Ghana. It's a good thing for Chasquote Boxing Foundation. It is a good thing for Ghana Boxing Authority, the boxing fraternity, the Zongo community, all of us. IMAX, yes. Remember, he fought on the IMAX platform.
Exactly.
And that is where a lot of people watch and see that this is a very good boxer. IMAX boxing promotion goes globally. And people watch it everywhere, in the Canada, in the islands, everywhere. And so that is where they were able to be identified. These boxers that have ranked have been able to identify, and they are there. I keep saying that boxing or boxers are products, and then as they are products, you need to market them well, so that when they are in the product life cycle, you'll be able to move forward. But if you are not producing them, and you are not putting in money, and you are not facing the big guys over there, they'll decline. And that will be a very bad thing for all of us. We have a lot of potentials who have declined because of money, because of promotion, because we are not getting the justice to send us to the promised land. We are always relying on the Moses that we have. The Moses will go and come and say, the land is not secure. We need to get people like Joseph to send us there.
We need to get people like Joshua to send us there, as we are discussing. Faisal Abubakar ranks first in Africa in the super lightweight division there, and this was Faisal Abubakar handling business with Zuko there, and this fighter, Faisal, showed Zuko who he really is, as they call him the Poncho Power, beating him to defend his WBO Africa super lightweight title at that side. massive crowd there watching what Fighter Abubakar can demonstrate when he steps in the ring. Now, let's move on to the next one where we're going to see who is on the radar. And I'm talking about young guy, Theophilus Papo Alote. And this time, news getting to us is that in the IBF Bantamweight Intercontinental Rankings, Theophilus Papo Alote is ranked 8th currently. As I'm talking to you, currently he's ranked 8th there. So there we have it. Ghanaian boxer Theophilus Alote ranks 8th in the latest IBF Intercontinental Bantamweight rankings. That is beautiful. Very, very beautiful. This is also a good news for Ghana boxing.
Yeah, it's a special news because for our viewers to know, in boxing, unlike football, where you can play soccer stars and go and play Basta, boxing is not like that. Boxing, the rating matters a lot because within the rating, that you could be asked to fight the champion.
Okay.
So what we are doing, what viewers are watching, and what we are wasting time on to talk about is very, very important. So you can decide to say, I'm doing boxing. I went to fight. You can fight and nothing happens. But when you are in the rating, it becomes an opportunity for you to get close to the world. And what we are seeing means that our boxers are doing well. I have said that between the next 1 year and 2 years, we must have a world champion. It's a refreshing need to see Alote. He was one of our best amateur boxers. He moved to professional. And my brother spoke about something. See, boxing is our management and promotion. You can be a good boxer if you don't get a good management around you and a promoter. Alote has done just 1 year, a little over 1 year, and this is what he's got into because he has a unique promotion and management behind Dr. Asari and the Wisdom Boxing promotional team. They are doing so well with. I believe that we have other boxers that when we do proper promotion and management, and I always tell my people, so you might be good in coaching, you might be good in matchmaking, but there are people who can also advise or help with the management of the boxer. And we must work as a team. We must collaborate to work. It will not be bad to go to. Alote is an example. And I believe that both games and promoters must go out and find out, or managers must go out what they are doing for Alote that is working. That within just after 1 year, is being rated in the intercontinental level. It means that when we do our things, when we plan well, it is Alote at the amateur level. And I can tell you within 1 year, a little over 1 year, it's moved so far. So kudos to Alote, and we want to see him because, in fact, he's one of our prospects. He's one of our prospects to get us a worker because he has the experience. He's boxed around the world already through the amateur. So I think that is a good news. Kudos to Dr. Asari and the Wisdom Boxing promotion team. And a lady, Lottie Asari, she's doing so fantastically well, and we must applaud her for the work they are doing.
We must applaud the Papo Alote team for the good work they are doing. A prospect in the making, and you should pen and pencil down that name, Theophilus Papo Alote. He's going to get the world title very soon. I'll tell you that.
Very, very confident.
Well, next is going to be one tall dude in the light heavyweight division there. I'm talking about Ahmed Abdullah. Recently, he created so many news in the way, and now he is ranked 9th in Africa. Ahmed Abdullah, Ghanaian light heavyweight boxer, ranks 9th in Africa. Wow. Bernardo,
and why? Small, we are getting high. Carry the ladder, and we'll get there. I'm so much impressed with the rankings and the boxers in particular. And everybody in the boxing fraternity can attest to the fact that these are good boxers. We have seen them on the stage, on all promotions. Ahmed has come out strongly when he fought against Mohammed. Before that fight, he fought against David Bauer. And he defeated him. And he's enjoying alone. Tells you that gradually we are getting there. We only need to, queue out some places, start up some places in terms of the training, in terms of the equipment that we use, in terms of the complexity or the of the game, get the right opponent, and we get there. No, those out there are not doing anything extraordinary. What they do is that they get the right people to navigate them.
That's it.
And these are the people, as you rightly said, have been penciled down to become web beaters, web great boxers. And we are able to finance these people. And that's where the government have to come in. We alone cannot do it. When you get a promoter, the promoter is thinking of his family. In this world, in this Ghana, as we are now, everybody wants to build. Everybody wants to get good education for his children. And how is it going to take you as a boxer, see you, make sure that he spends about $15,000 for the review title fight, and then come again and then they pay for the return fight. It is so money intense. So we need to get people to come on board, institutions to come on board, so that we support these young talented people. In fact, those that we have ranked, the sports minister to look at them, we are begging him, and to look at all these people that have been ranked, so that they can have money, push them to wherever. And if there is no expect, it should come down, get some of us, ask us the way, so that we can navigate these people, as well as the sports minister, to know that these are the people. Because then we just move rounds and we are there. Yes.
Wow. Bernardo. So we are looking at the current rankings of Ghanaian boxers, and it's Ahmed Abdullah who ranks 9th in Africa in the light heavyweight there. Now in the lightweight division, we have one boxer, Alfred Lampkin, and he currently ranks 3rd in the lightweight division for Africa. Alfred Lampkin. There we have him there. This guy, he has a lot to offer. But it seems, if lack of better words, but it seems it's gone down a bit.
Okay, so he was my best boxer in Ghana. Okay. But the prospect I see in him goes beyond what I where he is. This guy is a very good boxer. And like we continue to say, I believe that he needs push. I think that he's growing and we must quickly propel him. He's a very, very, very good boxer. And I'm not surprised. In fact, he deserves to have even a title at that level. He's that good. He's that good. He's very disciplined. I've been to his training. But I know that one of our promoters, Alexander, is the one around. Alexander understands boxing, knows boxing. I believe we will agree with me that we need to do something. In fact, I've spoken with a trainer, I think Coach Killer. I've spoken with him about him. Actually, our boy is delaying. We need to get him move faster. These boys must be moved. And you don't blame them. You don't blame the handler. At the point in time in boxing, and I've heard a lot of the big guys talking about our previous world champions. At the point, government must, pump his nose inside. Although it's somebody's business, pump his nose inside and help navigate like that. Find a way to get the platform. And I believe these guys get the platform, like Comey got a platform. When you get the platform and you live in, you will do like Dogby. They navigated and they got the opportunity. When you get the opportunity, leave them. They will do what. So I'm praying that, it was I think quality has taken over. So maybe you can't second, but I have confidence in that Alfred Lampkin.
Well, There is still have confidence in Alfred Lante, even though he's saying that Paco Alote has overtaken him in his list there. But it's good for Ghana boxing. Because of time, I'll just brush through Wasiru Mohammed in the super featherweight, also ranked ninth for Africa in the super featherweight division. There, Wasiru Mohammed also ranks ninth in the Africa super featherweight division. And also in the featherweight division, we have John Lai occupying the fifth, where Holy Dr. also ranks eighth there in the featherweight division for Africa. So John Lai ranks fifth, and Holy Dr. ranks eighth in Africa for the featherweight division there. This is good news for Ghana boxing. Now, before we get out of the studios, there is going to be a debate. And what is going to be the debate? You know, we have been in the boxing game, and we understand some technicalities and the signs of this game. But we want to know which of the punches are the most painful. We have the liver shot punch, and we have the jaw punch. So the most painful place to get punched, is it the liver shot punch or is it the jaw punch? Derek, which one are you going to take?
Yeah, we don't have time.
You don't have time,
so I'll do it quickly. I'll go for a liver shot. You see, your liver contains is a blood control.
Okay.
So it has a lot of connections to the body.
Okay.
So when the punch is thrown to that side, scientifically, it is going to organize a lot of parts in your body. You understand?
Okay.
I always say that you can train you can. It's a place that is trained and coach is here.
Okay.
The reason why you train there, so that when the punch gets there, you will not be disorganized.
Okay.
You understand? Unlike the jaw that one punch, yes, the boxers is good jaw, as we say.
Okay.
So a good punch and hit that you can throw. But if you get more punches hitting the liver, it means that there is some form of disorganization in your body, and when your body is going, it is going from your head because there's blood everywhere in your body.
My professor is telling me that the liver shot punch can cause you not to breathe well.
No, exactly. So that's where the blood thing comes in. Like your blood can see. When your blood, recently
I didn't see your breath.
Yes, recently I had somebody whose blood got stuck somewhere and was unable to breathe and almost got died. And yes. They have some symptoms of cardiac arrest.
Wow.
So in fact, it's one thing. That's why trainers like Bernard will ensure that when they go to the gym, they have this medicine ball that they use so that their defense, the bodily defense will be so strong that when the punch is there, you'll be able to control. So for me, I think the liver.
You take the liver.
Yeah.
Okay. So Bernard, then that means you're going to take the jaw punch.
Exactly. You know, when he was mentioning it, he said that we train the stomach.
Okay.
Do we train the team? How do we train it? We guide it. You understand?
Okay. So you can't train the team. You guide it. When something is there, the danger can be controlled.
The danger there can be controlled. It can never be controlled.
The danger there can be controlled.
When a well-placed hook or uppercut gets your team, the neck can never hold it.
Sometimes the things affect the brain.
You know, it affects the brain, and moreover, it moves down to the stomach, to the leg, to the heart. And when it gets to your chin, so that means it affects the whole body. It affects the whole body. Hey, the whole body. Look, you can get a liver shot where you can survive. You can look at your opponent's face and say, oh, okay.
But you are dying slowly.
No. This is the person who punched me. But when you get to the chin, a well-placed uppercut or hook gets your chin, you won't see who even punched you. You don't even know the round. You will never remember. You can go back to the locker room and then ask your coach, coach, let's prepare and get to the ring. So your coach will tell you that, relax, the fight has ended.
So that means you should just go unconscious.
But you see, with the liver shot, a lot of things can be done.
Okay.
You can be saved.
You can be
when
saved.
when there are good
proper shot to the liver.
there are good where there are good physicians around.
He's moving for the riches of riches. That is where the issue is. That is where the issue is.
The issue is that when you get, fundamentally when you go to the gym, what they teach you is that hold your guard this way, hold your guard this way, hold your guard this way. And so they know what is there.
You have forgotten that you will say that cover your body. But when the body you will be fighting and you won't be able to compete. When you get your body shot, you will be there and you will become weaker.
Because I think the production crew will agree with me that we have to touch this debate and next week. Because of time, we definitely have a part two of this debate. Liver punch and jaw punch. Which one are you going to take? Which one is the most painful part to be get punched? Is it the liver shot or is it a jaw punch? You see what Derek and Bernard is doing? Bernard is saying that when you get punched on the jaw, it's for the conscious. It is out of coverage area. Derek is also saying that, when you get hit on the liver, it might cause
the blood can splash everywhere.
So that is how we end the Boxing Arena show. I hope you've enjoyed yourself at your various homes. Until we meet then, it's goodbye.